1:45 p.m. this Saturday afternoon, June 28th, 2025. And I am throwing this in the mix real quick because, well, this platform cannot keep my content in chronological order. Nobody seems to be watching my content in chronological order, which defeats the purpose of actually seeing a lot of events as they evolve and transpire and take place. So I am throwing this in the mix and out of chronological order just to let you know that within the recordings earlier today, which is a lot of different aircrafts that come over, and my aim is none too good whatsoever within these recordings. And we also had an American bald eagle that flew overhead. But this is the kind of activity that you will be seeing, as well as a couple of other observations and whatnot from this morning. But there is a point where, as I am recording a certain aircraft, that it glitches out or does something, and it might appear as though it catches the sunlight and it's just a quick reflection. I'm not so certain of that because, well, I zoom in, I slow it down, and it's like the whole aircraft just kind of glitches right out. It doesn't even resemble that of a jet aircraft. And I will, once this video is edited, I will go ahead and try to provide a timestamp, in which, if I remember, that will be the title of that video. And because everything is no longer in chronological order, yeah. And, well, and this just might end up in, well, this might even be the beginning of today's afternoon observations, because this is the first afternoon observation, and this is, well, let's just say this is the most exaggerated aircraft observation of today so far. Okay? I'll leave it at that, and I'm going to try to get this posted as soon as possible, if allowed to. Yeah. 2:35 p.m. this Saturday afternoon. Yeah. Well, I think we're all blurred out, huh? all fading away. Oh, I think my recording days are just about done. I've never had this many freaking issues with my camera, or with the uploading process, or with this pathetic platform itself. "3:25 p.m. Well, we can try. I cannot see very well, but we have Miss Luna up here someplace in the shot. And I cannot see anything. Of course, we're all blurred out, so yeah. So anyways, yeah, the moon is like right up in here, if we can see it. And the ball light's right here. Okay. Boom. 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 Not very far apart. Yeah. Just so much glare, I can't see my screen to save my life, I'm telling you what. Anyways, so yes, they are very, very close together, okay? What what does that mean? Hell if I know. But you know what? To me, it's got to mean something, right? So, just judging by the appearance of our sky right now, one could almost imagine that this whitish colored stuff was positioned as to maybe even block out the viewing of the moon. I gotta say, it is very difficult to make out now. Well, yeah. Could be right up in here. Just observations, that's all. Great observations, always. Just poor quality recordings. And getting poorer all the time because I'm noticing more and more glitches. Just more and more issues. Basically with anything of today's technologies. Yeah. 5:10 p.m. this Saturday, now evening, June 28th, 2025. Back out here at the feeding grounds. Of course, it is feeding time. I made up some more cakes today. And what's up? Buddy. And yeah. And yeah, no sooner did I come out here and started putting food out. Jayhawk come flying up. I told him to hang tight. I'd load up the branch for him, and now I have done just that. And I guess I'll go ahead and wait a moment. And I know it will only be but for a moment, and he will show back up. Regardless of the cats down here below, but of course they're busy. And yeah, and then we'll probably take another look at the sky. Yeah, I just squatted down, and well, whichever one this is be a mighty brave. Come on over. Come on. Come on up. The branch is loaded. Oh, and I guess we're gonna have a sparrow as our first customer, which is up right here right now, but we'll go ahead just kind of go to our little makeshift bird feeder here. And yeah, I'm wobbling around a little bit because I'm not firmly seated. Come on, are you coming down? I think the cats are still spooking it a little bit. And well, I think I'm going to have to pause this real quick because my neck is doing something funky and I need to try to manipulate it into not doing it. Alright, I think we got a little one getting gutsy. It's getting ready to come on up here. Well, come on. Go ahead. Oh no, we got him. Talking. Come on down. Where you're at, I don't know. Well, come on down. Go ahead. Oh, is this Jayhawk? Huh? Is this, whoop, just, okay, so where are we at? Doggone it. And yeah, we missed them because, it's just my bad. I gotta say, there is like just bad vibes in the air right now. And you know, while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and point this out real quick because I'm out to expose the nonsense with YouTube once again. Okay, because this is just very retarded. Okay, so I started having issues with my phone again. I thought that I was finished with the sending of files process, if you will, right? Or otherwise what was once known as the uploading process. And well, basically I had lost complete connection to where there was no icon on my screen. And I was like, okay, you know, and I was trying to bring up YouTube, so I could just go ahead and scroll through the watch list, recommended, and it wasn't doing anything. So I was like, okay, you know what, enough. So I went ahead and I powered off my phone. Shut the power right off, and I did the restart bit, right? Okay, now when that happens, and especially with an Android phone, and where you are using an SD or otherwise known as a memory card, it will eject the card and then mount it or remount it. And thing is if if there's any kind of activity that is going on in the background of your phone, once you shut off the power and then it reboots, it kills all that background activity, right? Furthermore, once again, it ejects the memory card. I didn't realize it, but once I powered back up, memory card is set right on the screen. Memory card had remounted, or was mounted, whatever. I go back to YouTube, and lo and behold, there's a video that's right. Now, how is this possible? How is that possible that all that took place, and here I am sending files currently, right? But yet my phone, the power completely down. The card ejected and then remounted. And yet the sending of that video file was still processing or in the process? No, 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 no. That's a false narrative because the file was already sent. So this process that takes place is nonsense as far as through my observations that took place today. Come on up. Is that you, Bluella? Or Jay? Oh, here, look at this. Oh, we got Puff with the Blue Jay right behind him. No freaking way. Yes, freaking way. Come on now. What is up with that? It just flew up here, so it'll probably be popping over any given moment, whomever it might be. Yeah, the shadowing out here is making it very difficult for me to see what I'm trying to target. But yeah, there we go. There you go. All right. So, getting back to what I'm trying to point out here is that so there's a whole time of waiting for a video to post, in my opinion, is fraudulent and very deceptive, because not only should it have paused, but it should have killed that whole process of sending the file altogether, because it's no different than if there's an interruption to sending an email, because basically that's all you're doing is sending an email, sending a file. Okay? So once that file is sent, it's sent. You know, your emails, if you click on an email that comes up, is it still sending to you? No, it's sent. It's a file sent. So I'm looking at this as, once again, just very deceptive. And as far as I'm concerned, very corrupt, because it involves data usage, costs, are involved when you really think about it. And if you understand exactly what I am getting at here, this is wrong. Okay, we got us a aircraft coming overhead. Well, will we be able to catch it? Let's see. Probably not, because if I'm hearing it, it's more likely already has passed. And there's, oh, yeah, man, I'm backpedaling a lot. And yeah, of course, it, more likely it's going into the direction of this to where we get, oh, there it is right up here. Way up here. Whether we get it or not, I don't know. But, yeah, okay. So, well, I don't know if I got it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I was just chasing my lady back up here. Wasn't I? Yeah, a little goofy, huh? Quite a few cats up here, right, Tiny? Huh, my man? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, you can go ahead and go about your way. And China can come up this way, and, well, China, you gonna ignore me or what? Huh? Okay, yeah, we got us another, well, yeah, a couple visitors coming up here. There's one, and the other was watching, and he'll probably come down. Go ahead. There it is. So yeah, basically, as far as I'm concerned, I busted out YouTube, and I don't know. I'm feeling it. It's a corrupt scheme, and with them now changing the narrative once again from uploading to sending files. That's completely different. You know. And nothing takes forever anymore. It shouldn't. High-speed data. I'm on a high-speed data plan, and I don't get high-speed nothing when it comes to uploading. Oh well. I'm still playing the games. Somewhere down the road, I'll get my little kickback, if you will. I don't hold no hopes. Certainly I don't hold hopes high. But maybe one day, fairness, actual fairness might come into play. Maybe that's why I'm still here. And that's why, I keep holding out from saying goodbye officially, even though I have tried and tried and tried. So yeah, I think I really need to head back up to the balcony for a couple more observations. Whether I am getting Miss Luna up here or not, I cannot tell. I cannot see out here. Cannot see my screen. In fact, up here. Yeah. But anyways, in that vicinity. is the crescent moon. Once again, you know, not very far from the light there. So we have the lesser light here and the greater light there. And yeah, a lot of air activity, but once again, you know, it's streamless. You know, so I was frogging around with Tiny, and I missed the blue jay coming up, but yeah, got us another sparrow. Okay, and then over here we do have a blue jay. Possibly, yeah. Gonna, boom, right there we go. And we got a sparrow that is up above the blue jay. Which, well, it has just blown up here. Oh, huh. I think one of the cats just tried to get a blue jay. This little wren sparrow is coming down. Wren, sparrow, finch. They're all sparrows. Well, I guess I will go ahead and reload this branch. Yeah, I might go ahead and drop down a couple more cakes on the ground for the cats. Then I'm headed on up, and we'll see about doing a couple of sky observations. Even though I really don't want to. You know, it's all about exposing, and you know, I keep showing stuff that, well, as far as I'm concerned, needs to be exposed, needs to be shown, needs to be shared. A lot of good that does on this platform, though, right? And once again, I'm back at an average of like 8 viewers that's actually keeping up on my content. The thing is I'm one of those that's providing one of the views, so we're actually talking like 7. Okay. And I don't know if there's anything left, buddy. Yeah, there is one. Yeah, we got some right down. Yeah, I think he's gonna bind it. Oh, there you go. Keep going. Yep. Alright, yeah, I'm going to restock this and do what I said I was going to do, because I always like to try to follow through with what I state. And, yeah. At some given point in time, we'll be back at that crow's nest. 5:40 p.m. now. And here we are at the crow's nest. Hey, get out of my apartment. Man, I kicked you out already once. Ah, got a wasp or a hornet. Oh. Find something within my apartment quite interesting. But anyways, this is what we've got back in here currently. I'm going to go ahead and end this. We're at 20 minutes long right now, and as you can see, yeah, this is how it is, 360 right now, with the exception of, as always, on the western horizon back there. And wow, Who knows if there's anything lurking about this light here. Highly doubtful. Blurred out, of course. It's a little better. Yeah, okay. The only reason why I can say that is because of the camera lens flare came up quite crisp. The little, yeah, okay. So, oh, okay, I guess. Jeez. Right, and this is once again not a plate course that is typically seen here, and in fact he is altering his plate course as I observe and record. And it is very, very warm underneath the ball light. Where the heck did he go? Once again, I'm not seeing anything. I'm beaten up with sweat. Okay, yep, there we go. Zipping along at a pretty good clip. Okay. Yeah, and I guess while we're here, oh, okay. Once again, let's see. Possibly getting the moon. I don't know. And that is still exiting. Yeah, I am just starting to roll sweat. So I am ending this, and we'll see if I record anything else tonight. And yeah, we'll see just exactly what gets posted, if you will, and how it gets posted. So, if you're so inclined, come on back and join me once again, whether it's in the woods, up in the sky, or wherever or whatever the case may be. Don't tell me we got, no, I'm not even going to wait around for them. No. Yeah, there's another jet aircraft that's on its way. I can feel that. So more than likely will be another low one, but no, this is just getting too hot. Once again, I am rolling sweat. Tomorrow's supposed to be a scorcher, so highly doubtful that I will be coming out with much content at all. So, yep. Once again, come on back if you're interested. Until then, take care and have a great one. Alright, once again, I am going to have to apologize for a false ending, but I feel this is kind of important, seeing how I had just reviewed my last recording, and that prompted me to do a little bit more observing out here, although what we are going to be observing is not apparent to the naked eye. Possibly it is through wearing certain types of sunglasses or lenses, but there is and has been something okay, associated with this light source up here. And in my previous recording, there is a dimple right here, okay, right where that's the lens flare is bouncing, all right. And not only that, it was showing up some reflective spectrum colors, okay. Yeah, so we have something up there that is evidently metallic, as it is reflecting once again that rainbow styled spectrum of colorations, and it appears like a pimple within the aura of this light. And it is so apparent that when I had adjusted the lighting, or the focus, excuse me, and this little bouncy ball lens flare here, camera lens flare, had sharpened the adjoining lens flare that is not quite as crisp. Okay, see how that's blurred out right now? And then see how it's a little bit crisper? Okay, well, the fuzzier one next to it, when paused in that previous recording, when paused on, you can see what is the reflection of the so-called sun and another object. Check it out. So now we have an air tip. Again, that needs to be explained, which of course will not be explained. Right? And once again, I'm just trying to expose that much more through the observations that takes place here. Okay, we'll end it. And I've got to put this stuff together. I think that more than likely is going to be it, at least for a couple more hours, at least because I don't want to be out here under this, because it is scalding, and right away I am once again beating up with sweat. So on that note, once again I apologize for the previous fault ending, but I felt necessary to address this, and address it I have. Hey, and if you want, come to my homepage, click on that little dragon icon under the video, go to my homepage, check out what I got, see what you might have missed. Who knows, you might find something you like. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great one.